Greetings everyone, this is Gulab here, and now I am beginning chapter 2, translating in English the ISHWARA, the Shiva-Gita. So chapter 2 begins. The Lord said, 1. This my knowledge is an ancient secret and is unutterable. Even gods and Brahmins striving after it do not know it. Number 2. Hearing of this knowledge, Brahmins merge into the being of Brahm and do not come back to the world again. 3. This is the supreme secret to be carefully kept concealed. I am giving it today to you because you are full of devotion and constantly busy in talking about Brahm. 4. The Atma is one, pure, immaculate, subtle, and ancient. It embraces all, is intelligence itself, and is beyond all darkness. 5. It is the inner seer of all. It is the Purush, the eternal life, the Supreme Lord. It is time. It is all that is unmanifest. It is the Veda, the Shruti. 6. The universe originates and dissolves in it. It is the juggler that evolves varieties of objects by its Maya. 7. The Lord neither creates the world nor is affected by it. He is neither earth, nor water, nor fire, nor air, nor sky. 8. He is neither pran, vital airs, nor mind, nor avyakta, unmanifested, nor sound, nor touch, nor form, nor moisture, nor smell, nor speech, nor an agent. 9. O best of Brahmins, he has neither hands nor feet, nor any reproductive organ. He neither acts nor enjoys, nor is he prakriti, matter, nor Purush, spirit. 10. In his own nature he is neither Maya, illusion, nor pran, vital airs. 11. There is no relation between light and darkness, so there is none between the Supreme Spirit and the phenomena Maya. 12. As sunshine and shadow are different in character, so are the spirit and the matter different from each other in reality. 13. One who thinks that the Atma is born impure and is changeable in its nature is not liberated even in thousands of births. 14. The sages who have attained enlightenment see the Atma to be immutable, immure from the opposites of feelings, blissful and unperishable in its own nature. Number 15. The crude view that I am an agent, that I am happy, miserable, or weak, is the result of men imposing the notion of egoism upon the Atma. 16. The learned in the Vedas call it Atma to be a spectator, to be one beyond matter and destruction, to be one pervading everywhere, to be one who knows and enjoys. 17. The notion of samsara, worldliness, arises in all beings from ignorance, the reality, Atma, being associated with prakriti, matter, either owing to ignorance or defective knowledge. 18. Its Atma is eternally glorious, self-luminous, all-pervading, and the Supreme Purush, spirit. It is only owing to egoism or indiscrimination that one fancies himself to be an agent. 19. The holy men devoted to Brahm see the eternal unmanifested Purush, who is both existent and non-existent, and determine him to be the chief cause. 20. The Atma, though stainless and fundamentally established in all, does not know its own indestructible nature of Brahm when associated with it, the Maya. 21. It is therefore that the notion of Atma is imposed upon what is not Atma, and the result is misery and other sufferings. Passion, hatred, and other vices are the causes of delusion. 22. The great impediment lies in action on which depend all virtue and vice. Bound by these arise the births of all beings. 23. The inner soul, the dweller within all, is eternal, stainless throughout. It stands alone in its nature, not associated with the forces of Maya. 24. It is therefore that the sages call it one without a second in its own nature, that which is different from this unmanifested nature is Maya that depends for its evolution upon the Atma. 25. As the sky is not contaminated by the contact of smoke, so is the Atma not affected by the tendencies born of the internal organ. 26. Just as the white diamond shines by its own luster, so does the pure, uncontaminated Atma shine in its own glory. 27. This is what the seers of this world say from the standpoints of pure knowledge. There are others who look at it from the practical, worldly point of view, and others again who look at it from other ignoble standpoints. 28. The Atma, which is in its own nature intelligence devoid of qualities, and all-pervading and all-indwelling, is seen from the practical worldly point of view by men who can also see with the point of view of pure knowledge. 29. Just as the white diamond is seen red, associated with red substances, so is the Supreme Purush seen affected by the worldly things. 30. The Atma is therefore indestructible, pure, eternal, all-pervading, and unconsuming. It should be adored, meditated upon, and discussed by aspirants after liberation. 31. When the mind of the faithful, ascetic, and thoroughly and perpetually lit up by divine consciousness, then only he sees the divine vision. 32. When he sees all beings in his own self, then only Brahm, the ultimate self, is seen manifested everywhere. 33. When the man absorbed in the samadhi, intense concentration of mind, does not see any being, then only he becomes one absolute, having withdrawn all within himself. 34. When all the passions dwelling in the heart are gone, then the wise man, becoming as it were the embodiment of nectar, reaches the highest. 35. When one realizes as one that all that causes differentiation in beings, then he finds the Brahm extended everywhere and always. 36. When one realizes the Atma alone in its reality, then the whole world appears to that self-controlled man as the conglomeration of illusion. 37. When the only knowledge of Brahm, which is a panacea for all the ills of birth, old age, etc., is born, the man becomes blissful. 38. Just as the waters of different rivers in the world become united in the ocean, so does the Atma unite with the immaculate and indestructible one. 39. Therefore, the knowledge of Brahm alone is an entity, not this world, not its phenomena. When this knowledge is enveloped by ignorance, then one becomes deluded in the world. 40. The knowledge of Brahm, Vijnan, is pure, subtle, unchanging, and unconsuming. All that is besides this knowledge is ignorance. This is my opinion. 41. So for the superior knowledge of Sankhya, which is the quintessence of all the Vedas, has been taught. In it, the one-mindedness is called yoga. 42. Knowledge arises from yoga, and the yoga is put into practice by knowledge. One who is possessed of both yoga and knowledge attains all. 43. What yogis attain can also be attained by Sankhya. Sankhya and yoga are therefore one. He who understands this is a philosopher. 44. Some Brahmins who become fond of miracles by yoga fall down. Others become deranged in brains through it. 45. All that is deemed divine, godly, pure, and great is attained by one possessed of yoga and knowledge when he dies. 46. I am the Atma, which is unmanifest in its nature, which is the Lord of Maya, and which is extolled in all the Vedas as the self of all, looking everywhere. So let me just pause right there. So let me explain. Lord Shiva is the Atma. Lord Shiva is the Lord of Maya, and it is Lord Shiva which is extolled in all the Vedas as the self of all, meaning that Lord Shiva, all the Jiva souls, all the individual spirit souls, as we are, you and I, and all the animals and human beings and plants and living beings, living entities, we are all Jiva spirit souls, which are parts and parcels of Atma, the super soul. Atma, it seems as though ISHWARA is referring to Atma in the way that Bhagavad Gita refers to as Paramatma and the super soul, and so the cause of all causes. So we will see if they're going to distinguish the Jivatma from the Atma in the Shiva-Gita, but there should be a distinction, because we, you and I, are not Atma, the Lord of Maya. We are not. We are not the cause of all causes. So that's Lord Shiva. Okay, so here, let's keep going. 47. It is the embodiment of all forms, all tastes, all smells, unaging and undying. I am that ancient inner knower of all, having hands and feet everywhere. 48. I am seated in the heart and have no hands and feet, yet I move and grasp. I have no eyes, yet I see. I have no ears, yet I hear. 49. I am the Veda and all that is. None knows me. The seers call me the one supreme Purush. 50. The learned who look minutely into the nature of the Atma discern the highest glory of the immaculate and attributeless one. 51. I shall speak to you what the gods deluded by my Maya do not know. Hear attentively, ye extoller of Brahm. 52. I am beyond Maya in my own nature, and thus insusceptible of worship by all. Nevertheless, it is I who move this world, so say the wise. 53. Those who go beyond my Maya, which has assumed the form of the universe, attain the supreme absolute nirvana in me. 54. Wise men identifying themselves with me by yoga obtain my all-permeating, unperishing, and hidden being. 55. O the best of the yogis, these men do not return to the world even in hundreds of millions of years by my grace. Understand this teaching. 56. This knowledge of Sankhya based on yoga, which I have spoken, deserves to be taught by wise men to their pupils and sons devoted to yoga. Thus ends chapter 2 of ISHWARA-Gita, and in the next video I'll begin chapter 3.